guys, this is Diksha and I'm back again with another video for you all, and this one is going to be a book review. Yes, you might have guessed from the title, it is going to be The Handmaid's Tale for obvious reasons. So these amazing two bookstagrammer friend of mine, Liquid Sunset named Aritri and Ecstatic Yet Chaotic by Mridula, they hosted this entire Handmaid's Tale readathon on their feed, and it was so good. I have been meaning to read this book for a very long period of time, and finally I got the opportunity. So without much further ado, I am just gonna jump into this book right now. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. The first book that I read by Margaret Atwood was The Blind Assassin. It's right over here somewhere. Yeah, it's gone. No, it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So I read this book during the readathon hosted by Bloomsbury. It was an award-winning readathon, and that was the time when I was actually introduced to Margaret Atwood's writing, and I loved it. Then I obviously have been hearing a lot about The Handmaid's Tale, and I really wanted to grab this copy and start reading it. I got the opportunity during book fair, and I got this beautiful edition. It is so gorgeous, vintage classic look. It is beyond my crazy imagination. It is a beautiful cover. I really love it, but I never got the proper opportunity to read it because I really wanted that thing for me. I've been doing this a lot. Okay, I really wanted that thing to me to start reading this book, because this is something that you really want to have a proper mood and mindset to pick this book and read it. So all thanks to Mridula and Aritri for hosting this amazing readathon, and I can't believe this is such an amazing book. Getting into this entire story. So the book begins with Offred talking about her life and what exactly happened and how and where and what made her fall into all these crazy things that have been happening. It's basically in US, all of a sudden there comes a dictatorship and the entire constitution falls, the Congress goes crazy, everybody's killed, the president is killed, and there comes a new government. It's not really a government thing, it's more like a military that has taken dictator over the entire US. What they do is they have taken away every single right from every single woman over there. There's no job for them. They are not allowed to have bank accounts, no money, nothing, no finance. It's all in a way that the women are under every single man. They are not allowed to do anything. They have become property of every single man, and that's how they have started working in a way. Then comes this entire handmaid thing. So basically, handmaids are those who just reproduce for those people who are not being able to reproduce, and that's where the high class society comes in. So handmaids have major restrictions. They're not allowed to talk to anybody, they're not allowed to go anywhere alone, they're not allowed to even look at someone if the other person doesn't say or allow. It's that bad. So all they have to do is just be there, work in a way, whatever they are required to do, and just reproduce. If you're not reproduced, you might end up being called barren and they become unwomen, which is far much worse than you can even possibly think about. Offred is not the usual handmaid. She wants that freedom, but she's also afraid how to get into it, how to escape that entire craziness that's happening, but it's not possible at all, because the one who tried have been committed suicide. They've been committing suicides or were killed. There's a particular wall where people are hanged, so everybody can see, okay, if you want to go beyond or you want to break any rule, this is what's going to happen. And that's where these people get very scared, because they don't know how to escape this area. I don't want to get too much into what exactly happens at the end, because a lot of people, those who might have not read the book, would really want to, and I really want you guys to read this book. So without much spoiler alert, I just want to say the commander is nice, but not really that nice, because obviously can't really trust anybody over there what's happening. It's always the handmaids who go rogue at times, and if you go rogue, you're gonna die, possibly in a very horrible manner. My thoughts on this book: I really like dystopian novels. This is one of them. Firstly, the writing style is beyond your imagination, because it's so simple. You can't even believe that a person like such can write so beautifully. It's every single word chosen for this book, for this particular chapter or this particular page, has been thought over it again and again and again, so that people layman can read this book and understand at one go. The best part is the storyline. Technically, it is very realistic. not really realistic. I mean, like, at least you can imagine, okay, this might happen, this can happen, or there is like a bright possibility for this to happen. And weirdly, I was just going through certain facts about Handmaid's Tale, and the story has been adapted from various such instances that have happened, especially like the witch hunt that happened in Salem, certain things from China. There is certain aspects also that happen in Ireland. So all these things Margaret Atwood had like picked up and culminated in one single story that is gorgeous. So there are certain aspects in this book that really makes you think. This one scene where Alfred has to go to this event where Janine, another handmaid, she's giving birth, and that entire scene has been depicted in such a gorgeous manner where, okay, everybody is happy that finally one of the handmaids is reproducing, but then everyone's happy for Janine. But when the child is not normal, things go haywire and Janine has to be transferred, and that entire scene becomes really creepy. And you're not even allowed to commit suicide. Obviously, why would you commit suicide when the government wants you to reproduce? And that's like, oh god, that's like scary. That's so scary. The story is very gripping. This book, you cannot leave it. There's a reason why so many movies have been made, series is there, and it's so gripping. It's been written in such a way that you can actually see the things, like it's a visual. You don't need the book, or you don't need to understand the words. The words have been written in such a manner that you just look, it's like a visual thing that's happening. It's like a movie anyhow in front of you. I simply adored this book. It was something, it really makes you trigger, like you want to keep reading it, you don't want to stop it. So at the end, what basically happens is that there's a cliffhanger. You start reading that book, and by the time you reach the last chapter, it really keeps a grip on you. You don't know what to do, but the last line, you just like, you want that other book to come in. And I just didn't know what to do about that. Weirdly, I saw the second book's cover recently at Penguin's feed, and it is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Mridula and Aritri, for like hosting this readathon. It was #THT readathon, and it was beyond amazing. Yeah, so that's one of the things. So I hope if you guys have read this book, please let me know what are your thoughts on it. I kept on blabbering like crazy, so that's one of the things. And yeah, if you like this video, do like and subscribe, and please let me know in the comment section below if you have read this book. That'll be really great. We'll just discuss about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back with another one lately, sooner. All crazy. Yeah, thanks. Bye bye.